Hello and welcome to Elecspo. Right, it's January transfer window time once again, meaning clubs can buy and sell players as they look to salvage their season or kick on after a bright start. Well, I'm going to see what Football Manager thinks will happen this month. My name's James and this is every Premier League club's January transfer window according to Football Manager 2021. And if you're new to the channel, it would be great if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell too to make sure you never miss a video. Arsenal bought no one, sold 3. It was all about the outgoings at Arsenal this January, as the Gunners were more concerned with sacking Mikel Arteta on January 26th. As well as Arteta leaving 3 of his players also departed, but only on loan. The first was Mesut Ozil, who thank goodness has got to move away. He's joined Hertha Berlin for the rest of the season and has already had a bright start, proving just how ridiculous it is that he can't get a game. Another World Cup winner has departed the Emirates, with Shkodran Mustafi joining Leeds on loan. If the answer to Leeds' problems is Shkodran Mustafi, I dread to know the question. The third and final player to leave temporarily is William Saliba, who is finally going to get some Premier League minutes after heading to the Amex with Brighton. His debut wasn't great though, with a kind of embarrassing rating of 6.2. Aston Villa bought 1, sold 3. Just like Arsenal, Villa sent 3 players out on loan, but 2 of them were kids to be fair. The main departure was Ahmed El Mohamady, who joined Middlesbrough on loan on deadline day. You know when you look at someone and think, how are you in the Premier League? That's what I think when I say Ahmed El Mohamady. But let's get on to the arrival, as Aston Villa have signed none other than your friend and mine, the Man United legend, the England international, the man with 1,000 faces, the meme machine, Phil Jones. A huge arrival at Villa Park, but shock horror, he's already injured, to the delight of most fans. Brighton bought 3, sold 4. Not really sure what's going on at Brighton. They've given Graham Potter the whole of January, let him make some signings, then sacked him as soon as the window closed. I mean, they can't have been that bad, could they? Let's take a look. We already know about the addition of William Saliba on loan, while they've also got a youth player in the face of Dennis Gyamfi. But the third addition was another Premier League loanee, with Emil Kraft swapping the North East for the South Coast. I mean, those signings aren't excellent, but they are hardly a sackable offence. The departures were mainly just youngsters going out on loan, but they did finally get rid of Alireza Jahanbakhsh too, whose days of living off that overhead kick are over. Burnley bought 1, sold 1. 4 clubs in will have finally got a good signing, but Burnley have also lost an important player. Ashley Westwood's left the country, joining Fortuna Dusseldorf on loan, who are playing in the second tier. I mean, fair play Ashley Westwood, we're all desperate to get off this hellhole of an island. But Burnley have got a Westwood replacement, bringing in Chelsea's Billy Gilmore on loan. The little Scots are top player and would actually be an excellent sign in reality for Sean Dyche. Chelsea bought 0, sold 4. Frank Lampard's got no money to spend in January because he spunked a lot of it during the summer on a load of overrated Germans. Okay, kid, I actually think the grief Havertz and Werner have been getting is a bit harsh. But on FM they've signed no one and the 4 departures were nothing to write home about, other than the aforementioned Billy Gilmore. Crystal Palace bought 0, sold 2. In this simulation, Palace are one of the worst teams in the division, in fact the rock bottom. That hasn't forced them into the transfer market though, as Steve Parish obviously believes this appalling group of players can turn it around on FM. The departures were just loans too, with Stephen Henderson joining Coventry and Scott Dan heading to Mines. A lot of loans here, it's almost as if no one's got any money to spend after the whole pandemic. Everton bought 0, sold 1. It's been a quiet month at Goodison Park with just 1 departure, as Anthony Gordon headed to Cardiff on loan. He's had a grand old start too, scoring on his debut. That's all that's happened though, there's been no more blockbuster arrivals to keep James Rodriguez company. Fulham bought 0, sold 2. Now this surprises me, as no transfer window is ever quiet at Fulham. Every year they bring in a boatload of players, all of varying degrees of quality. And you can guarantee they'll sign another 2 or 3 players in reality as they look to avoid relegation. Maybe Tony Khan will send over some of the boys from AEW. Just not Sting hopefully, man's practically a pensioner. Leeds bought 1, sold 5. Finally we've got another club who've been kind of busy in the transfer window. You know things are bad when you class one signing as busy. But as we mentioned before, Bielsa's added a defender to his ranks, bringing World Cup winner Shkodran Mustafi from Arsenal, and they've even paid $375,000 for the privilege. If this were to happen in reality, Leeds fans would think Bielsa's gone crazy. Although if there's one man who could revitalise the German's career, it is Bielsa. I mean, he's made this average Leeds team play like world beaters. Leicester City bought 0, sold 3. Still, Leicester can't get rid of Islam Slimani. They haven't really done anything in January, with just a couple of the young lads going to their feeder club in Leuven, which is in Belgium. I've been there before, it's bloody lovely, been a few times actually. Here's a picture of me having a nice time. That's right, there's now to talk about this Leicester team, so I'm showing you pictures from old holidays. And I wonder why this channel hasn't got 100,000 subs yet. Liverpool bought 0, sold 0. They've literally done nothing. Not even a Divock Origi departure or some weird kid going out on loan like Maccabi Haifa or somewhere. Literally nothing. Let's move on. Man City bought 0, sold 7. No rivals at the Etihad either, but at least they've sent some of the kids out on loan. To be honest, they might as well just sell them. They're never going to play for the club. For every Phil Foden, there's 20 other kids at the Etihad who Pep Guardiola just thinks are fans turn to training every day. Man United bought 2, sold 4. Rejoice everyone, Man United have signed not 1 but 2 players. Neither are in centre-backs like, but never mind. The first is a deal that's already lined up in reality, with the youngster Amad Diallo arriving for £25 million from Atalanta. Man United have also brought in someone on loan, with former gunner Aaron Ramsey making his return to English football. I mean, that's not going to do Donny van de Beek any favours. Ah well, at least Ramsey stopped murdering celebrities every time he scores. Newcastle United bought 0, sold 7. Newcastle were busy boys in January, with 7 players leaving St James's Park. They even got rid of someone permanently, with Henri Saivet finally leaving Newcastle. To think, once upon a time he was a football manager wonder kid, nowadays he's even fit to carry the kit bag. There's been an even bigger departure though, with Newcastle's record signing the £40 million Joe Linton heading to the French second tier on loan. Finally someone from Newcastle in tier 2. Sheffield United bought 0, sold 3. While Chris Wilder's side have been rotten in reality, they're actually really good on FM, with no threat of relegation or ludicrous talk from outside that Chris Wilder should get the sack. They've signed no one, but maybe they should add to the squad in reality this January. Southampton bought 3, sold 2. Hold your horses, this transfer business isn't as exciting as it sounds. The Saints have added 3 players, but they're all on the loan list already. The biggest name to arrive was Anthony Ralston from Celtic for a grand total of 140 grand, which kinda tells you all you need to know. They've also sent Michael Obafemi out on loan to Championship side Luton, which might not be a bad idea in reality. Obafemi's definitely got potential, he just needs to get more minutes of first team football under his belt, so a loan at the Championship would definitely be a good thing for him. Tottenham bought 0, sold 1. The only player to leave Tottenham is Che Cooper, who's gone on loan to Wimbledon, and if it wasn't for the fact he has no picture, I would have just assumed he was a regen. Che Cooper, he sounds like a character from High School Musical. West Brom bought 0, sold 0. Take this with a pinch of salt, because I assume you were taking everything else dead seriously. West Brom did no transfer business whatsoever on this FM simulation, but with Big Sam now in charge, there'll definitely be changes. Expect Allardyce to be backed as he looks to protect his record of never being relegated from the Premier League. West Ham bought 0, sold 5. The Hammers just spent January sending players out on loan, including Winston Reid, who I bet some of you forgot is actually still a West Ham player. Remember that brief time he was one of the best defenders around? Christ, that was a long time ago. So much has changed since then. I mean, he wasn't one of the best, that was a stretch. Let's move on. Wolves bought 0, sold 1. Wolves signing no Portuguese players? I don't believe it. They even let one go, with Roderick Miranda heading to Millwall on loan. This game's just so unrealistic. So there we have it, the January transfer window is going to be boring as sin according to Football Manager 2021. Thank you for watching, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time we will see you around.